Welcome back to 610 Bricks. In this week's video, we're going to build and review this LEGO Creator 3-in-1 set. This is set number 31129 Majestic Tiger with 755 pieces. You also have two alternate builds. My daughter helped me pick this out, and she actually wants to build the Tiger, so let's start building. Now let's check out some of these features that are actually on this Tiger. And one thing that I was really pleasantly surprised of was the actual size of this Tiger. Like, the sheer size is actually a lot bigger than what I thought it was going to be. So if we took a small minifigure, like I have Dr. Jane Goodall here, and we put her next to the Tiger, you could see that, I mean, she's tiny. This thing definitely oversizes any type of minifigure that you may have, especially any of the other ones. One of the other things that surprised me too, I have one of these bigger figures from the Jurassic Park series that I just did, and it's the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and you can even see, compared to the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Tiger is definitely about an inch or so even larger than the Tyrannosaurus, which I think is pretty neat. While you're building this set too, it's not just the Tiger alone, so I thought that it was just going to be the Tiger, even though I've seen some of the other little things that were in here, but you also get this little bird. And, you know, the bird's a pretty cool build. I mean, it's not really too detailed, but it's definitely really neat. They have the two cracked eggs, which kind of adds to the detail here. It has a waterfall, this little island that it's on, and you get a couple of these brick-built trees as well, which is pretty neat. But moving on to this Tiger, I mean, this thing is packed with detail, as you guys can see. Some of the really cool building techniques for me were actually these side panels on the Tiger here. So you did these side panels that have the stripes, but you kind of build it backwards, so you actually didn't get to see what it looked like. And you have a lot of moving pieces on this Tiger as well. So you have the whole head that can move. It can move up and down. You can move it side to side. It can rotate slightly. You can actually spin it all the way around depending on how you orient it, but I would probably prefer not to do that because you could break the head off. You have these two articulation sections that are in the body itself, and then you have four movable legs. And then you also have the feet that are able to move as well with the legs, so you could put the Tiger into a bunch of different poses. The tail also moves, and it's in different sections, so you could kind of wrap the tail around. And I like what they did with the pattern as well. They kind of did the orange to black all the way down to the white and black to the end of the tail. One of the funny things, and a lot of people say it's funny, is what's underneath the tail on this Tiger, and it is a little pink flower. And if you guys follow LEGO, you know exactly what the nickname of this Tiger is. So, you know, some of the other details that really stuck out to me and I think makes it a really cool piece is actually all the little detail that they put on the bottom too. So you could see that on this Tiger, there's these little spikes which kind of represent the hairs that are hanging down when you see a real tiger in the zoo. The face of this Tiger, I mean, this is pretty much what kind of sealed the deal for me. And I was like, wow, this thing, they really went above and beyond. I mean, down to the little details. They put the yellow pupils inside of the Tiger. I mean, they could have just left the little black eye sockets and it still would have looked pretty cool. But man, does this thing look mean. I mean, the way that they did the teeth too with these long fangs, and then they also have, you know, the tongue on the inside and the little pink button nose. You have some movable ears up top here as well, so you can move the ears and rotate them. And then you also have like the hair on the side of the face too, which is really neat. I mean, Lego put a ton of detail into this tiger, and it was actually quite surprising. It was a really pleasant build. I had a really good time doing it, and I was surprised because I didn't really think I was going to like this set. But also you could see that you can move the legs out, so you could stance the tiger pretty wide. You could have it more of a narrow stance. And one of my favorite positions for this tiger actually is kind of like if it's going to be pouncing on prey. And then you put the, you would put the tail straight up as well. Maybe open the mouth slightly and kind of display it like that. And that just looks really mean. I mean, that looks exactly like how a tiger is about to pounce right on prey. This set it's amazing. And it's almost like you're getting 3 sets in one as well. So, like I said, this is a Creator 3-in-1 set, and you have a couple other options as well. You have the koi fish here. So you could build the koi fish. You have to use all the same parts. So you would have to take the tiger apart or whatever you decided to build first. And then you also have the red panda. So I went through these books, and it looks like they do use all 4 parts bags, but these sets here, the instruction manual is actually a lot thinner than what the tiger's instruction manual is. So I'm not sure how many spare parts you would have left over if you built the red panda and the koi fish. One of my recommendations for you guys, if you do decide to build all 3 of them, which I would definitely recommend, because it's good value. You get to build 3 different things. I would recommend building your least favorite first, your second favorite second, and then the one that you want to keep and display last. See, I kind of went opposite here because my daughter really wanted to see this tiger built. And I mean, I wanted to build the tiger too. I thought it was pretty neat. But I would also like to build all the other sets. If that's something that you guys would want to see and you want me to do a video on it, please leave a comment below and let me know, and give this video a thumbs up so I know you guys are enjoying it. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, because every week we do some type of Lego content, and I don't just stick to, Lego Star Wars or really any type of Lego in general. I try to build all types of different sets. I like all types of different sets. My kids are into different, building sets as well. So if there's something you guys want to see on the channel, let me know, and maybe we can add something and give you guys some content that you would like to see as well. That's all I have for you guys this week. I really do hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next week. Let's start building.